All righty. Hello, guys. We're going to get started here in just a moment. I just fired us up here live. People are starting to come in. And so we will give people just a moment here. Hope you're all having a great day. So I see some people are starting to trickle in and join us live on Facebook. We'll give people just another minute or so, and then we'll go ahead and get into it. I might as well go ahead and share my screen. And by the way, you can join us if you're looking for other support. We have quick links right here. And if you're new to Excavation Marketing Pros, we're dedicated to helping excavation and septic professionals with growing their business. And so we have some free resources here that you are welcome to check out. And we're going to get started here in just a moment. Just a moment. Let me reset my screen share here, and we will be good to go. All right. Let me back up here. All right. So this is your complete guide how to market your excavation and septic services. We're going to go ahead and dive right in. And let me give a shout to Mark. Thanks for joining us, Mark. I see some people are joining by phone too. That's cool. All right. So let's go ahead and begin. And right here, if you have not done so, feel free to do so. This is your worksheet that we're going to go through today. excavationmarketingpros.com/2023 plan. And this is how we're going to carve out your marketing plan for your excavation or septic services. We're going to dial in your messaging. We're going to get your marketing right on this call. All right, Angela, thank you for joining us. Hope you're well. Nice to see some familiar faces. So I'll give you just another few moments here to go ahead and get that if you haven't done it. Or if you're not able to get that, maybe just grab a pen, piece of paper. Do it that way. So let's make sure you're in the right place. I know your time is valuable. This is for those of you who own, operate excavation and septic businesses. So if your specialty is providing services like excavation, demo, land and lot clearing, forestry mulching, concrete work, ponds, septic installs, and repair services, road construction, sewer repair, full site prep, grading, utility locating. If you're in that space, then you're definitely in the right place. And today, we're going to reveal some major secrets, how our clients are bringing in high value leads and jobs like clockwork. And you can do this too, using our proven sales process and formula for maximizing your results. So you're not just a choice, but the choice for excavating and septic in your local market. And these are the same tactics that are actually used by our clients who are generating some pretty massive results, like Daisy Lead Excavating, 120 leads and $61,000 in their sales pipeline right now. We've got Graham Construction, 46,000 in their pipeline, 124 leads. And we've got Rock Ridge with a whopping 432,000 in their sales pipeline and 234 leads. I'm going to show you guys how to get this done. And some of our clients, just so you know, started with a very poor web presence, not much to it. Like this client of ours, Dyer, had, as you can see, 3 one-star reviews. So anyone looking for septic install type services, if they were to see this online, you know, they would probably walk away, right? They'd probably go somewhere else. But this can be fixed. I'm going to show you how. And right now they're at a 4.6 with 35 reviews and growing. And this is one of the secrets I'm going to show you, and we're going to talk about, of how to bring in those high value projects. Okay. And so what we're going to cover today is I want to have some goals set for you, and you guys are going to do this, both personal and professional. Because we don't just work for the sake of working. It's usually, you know, something with our personal life of why we're trying to achieve these goals with our businesses. So how many jobs and leads do you need to hit your target for your personal goal based on your closing ratio? And we're going to go over 3 fundamentals to marketing success for selling high value excavation, demo, and septic services. And we're going to cover the big picture of all the online marketing channels you should be tapping into to maximize your lead flow online. And you'll develop your own custom action plan today based on where you're at now and where you want to go, as well as what you need to do now in an effort to get there. And we'll discuss how your company's brand image, online reputation, and marketing position also has a direct impact on hiring top talent if you're in a position where you're looking to hire on more crews. So I need your attention, please. Turn off your cell phones, turn off Facebook, unless you're on Facebook watching us. If you're an excavation or septic business owner and you're serious about getting better results in 2023, the next 60 to 90 minutes will change your life. And by the way, guys, throughout this webinar, I want this to be interactive. You should see a little Q&A button somewhere. If you're on a phone or from a computer, go ahead and type in questions there. Let's try it right now just for fun. Can you just type a 1 in there? Let's make sure this thing is working. Try typing a 1 in the Q&A. Let's get it going. I see a 1. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate it. Awesome. Angela, thank you so much. All right, cool. And if you stay to the end, you'll get the Ultimate Excavation website conversion machine blueprint you see right there, and our updated top searched keywords on Google for excavation and septic. We just updated this over what is actually driving leads and calls to produce jobs. And of course, you do have these free references, excavationmarketingpros.com/quick links. And you can go there, you can join our mastermind group online. We put tools and docs in there. We put for conversion guide, there's a free book in there, low cost marketing and free marketing checklist, other cool stuff to help you out. Oops, did I skip one? Nope. Let me go back. Okay, so this is part of your 2023 internet marketing plan, how to triple your profits by getting your internet marketing right. We've been going through these each month as Angela, I know you've been on our calls before. And so we go through these different items here of marketing your business, doing sales. We did a sales workshop last month that was purely focused on how to handle lead follow-ups and how to handle the sales process. So let's get into it. Who am I? Why should you listen to me? Well, I've got 14 years experience in digital marketing, serving outdoor contractors. Since 2022, we shifted exclusively to serve excavation and septic professionals. We've successfully launched hundreds of websites and marketing campaigns in this time. And I'm also a published author of Excavation and Septic Internet Marketing Profits. In this time that I've been doing this, we've learned what works and what does not work. And so I'm here to share with you what's actually working in today's market. So question, what's the hardest part about marketing your excavation and septic business or septic services online? Tell me, guys, type in Q&A. What do you think is the hardest part about marketing your excavation and septic business online? Is it the getting of the leads? Is it the follow-up of the leads? Is it knowing where to market your services, which platform to choose? All the above? I'm curious. I would like to know what you feel is the hardest part about marketing. Anyone? Going once, going twice. Angela, all the above, just learning before we start up. Sure. Yeah. And so if you're just starting up, you know, it can be a little daunting because I understand there's so many platforms out there. There's so many ways to market your excavation business. What I want to do with this is help you to pinpoint just a couple things that you can start off with and check off the list, because that's really the only way this stuff gets done, is if you break it into smaller chunks and just handle one little piece at a time. Okay. So we're going to do that today. I'll tell you a story here about Daily Home Improvements. They've been in business 60 years. They're a successful business. And the problem that they had was everyone was going to the Yellow Pages book. And if you, and some of you may be familiar with this, I mean, that for decades, that was the way you got business, was purely through the Yellow Pages. And then they started losing calls and leads, and business really became stagnant and started to decline. And so in 2009, their phones actually stopped ringing. Where did the customers go? They went on Google, they went on Yahoo, they went on Bing, Yelp. And pretty much from that point on, I'm sure you guys know that no one really uses the Yellow Book anymore. The internet is where your next customer is coming from. So if it's set up properly and optimized correctly for your business, it can be an absolute goldmine. So 97% went online. And then around 2018, reviews and social platforms started having a major impact as SEO got harder. And so we shifted the focus with them to focus on reviews in addition to SEO. And you can see they're up at over 126 reviews there. And the result, they continued to grow their multi-seven-figure construction business year over year, despite 2 recessions. They accomplished getting exclusive deals on large subdivision jobs, due in part to a solid online reputation. They are listed in the top 5% of all contractors in the state. And they got rid of that no more busy than slow, much more stable and predictable business. And the owner was able to bring on a full-time head of operations. And they get hundreds of calls and email leads each month for their services. So if we look at their Google My Business, we can just do a quick little run through it and look at the performance report. And over the past 6 months, 1,394 calls just from Google My Business, not including Facebook or organic SEO to the website. That's just from optimizing one thing, the Google My Business listing. And you guys can do that with something as simple as a home address, and they let you keep it private. So if that's not something you've taken time to optimize, I highly recommend you do that. And High Steel Fencing, they were just shy of 7 figures. They had little online presence other than a website, and they didn't want to wait on search engine optimization because that can take time. And they wanted results fast so they could actually hire on another crew. So what they did is they focused on paid Google ads around their highest profit services. And then they started getting leads within about a week and got enough work to hire on a new crew and keep them busy full time. And they were able to grow their business past 7 figures. So how do you own the internet in your area? Well, these guys tried all kinds of different stuff. They tried the yellow pages, as you know. They tried word of mouth, which is great, you know, when you get it, because those are the easiest sales you'll get. But that can be very unpredictable. And they also all try direct mail. That can be great if it works, but it's also very hit or miss. So they tried all that, but it gave them unpredictable results. What did they do to get their internet marketing right? Well, they started ranking on search engines for their services they want to sell more of. They started buying paid traffic for service-related keywords in their service area. They started using targeted social ads. We'll talk about that. They dialed in a website that would convert visitors to callers, and they focused on getting 5-star reviews. And I can't stress that last one enough, that the review, the testimonial, that social proof, consider that another customer, because that's what sells the big paying jobs, is that proof positive that you're going to do a good job for the next one. So question, what would that mean for your business? If you started right now, over the next 6 months, getting 1,400 calls to your Google My Business listing, and you know, what kind of impact would that have on your business? Type into Q&A, what would you do? How would that change your personal life? How would that change your business? Would you buy more equipment? Would you pay off debt? Would you take a month off and say, I've done this. I earned a vacation for the next month. Hire employees. Good answer, Angela. Absolutely. Cool. All right. So you guys ready to do this? Let's go ahead and get into it. All right. So if you downloaded the workbook, we're going to go ahead and go through this now. And for me to do this, I'm actually going to have to share a different screen, which hopefully I can find. Bear with me 1 second here. Here I am trying to get fancy. Yep, I got it. We're good. We will make it through this together. There we go. Okay, so here is the guide, and you guys might not think this is as sexy as like putting together ads or talking about SEO or whatever. I don't know, but this stuff you need dialed in before you do that. You need to get the messaging right before doing the marketing. Because I see so many excavation and septic pros that by the time they get to us, they spend tens of thousands of dollars on ads and marketing. And if it's the wrong messaging, it's falling on deaf ears. So we're going to make sure that you dial in who you are and who you serve right here. So what are you looking to accomplish in 2023, both personally and professionally? I would write that down. This is going to be just a little bit of a personal exercise, and then we're going to get into the business stuff. How much will it cost you to do that? Okay, so like Angela, you said you wanted to build the business, hire on extra people. Come up with a goal maybe over the next 90 days and over the next 12 months. Wherever you're at, where do you want to go 12 months from now? What do you want your revenue to be? But personal stuff, how much will it cost you to do that? What's your current monthly revenue? What's your monthly revenue goal? So if the business is making 10,000 a month, 50,000 a month, 100,000 a month, what do you want to grow it to over the next 12 months? What's the average ticket of the different jobs you do now? Okay. And so if you're doing septic installs, if you're doing demo, if you're doing lot clearing, break down your service list is what I'm trying to say here of what are you going to charge per acre? Do you know your profit margin in advance before going out to the job? I can tell you that the guys that we work with and gals that are very successful, they know their numbers. And so if they're doing a bid, you know, for $40,000, $50,000 or more, they have everything line itemed out in a spreadsheet and they know their profit in advance. What's your average profit margin for the different jobs you want to do? And can you eliminate any low profit margin or time suck jobs to streamline your business? Another thing I see that is a sales killer is sometimes contractors have not niched themselves down like they will be. And I'm not saying for everyone, okay? There's always errors, or what do we say? Exceptions to the rule exist, okay? But by and large, like a custom home builder who's also marketing himself as an excavation pro, excavation contractor, and a septic installer, it's a very odd synergy there. It's like, if I'm going to build a high-end custom home, am I really going to go to an excavation or a septic installer for that? I think that it's a little bit of a mismatch in my opinion. So pick your niche and stick to it. How many of those jobs will you need to reach your monthly revenue goal? So if the business is doing $10,000 a month or $50,000 a month or $1 million or $100,000 a month, and you want to bump it up, say from 100,000 to 150,000, well, how many jobs would you need to do? What kind of jobs? See, that's a big key, because those are really the types of things you want to market for. You don't want to spend your hard-earned money marketing and advertising for the little jobs that are just going to be like $500-600. How many leads do you currently have coming in for those different types of jobs you want to do? What's your current appointment booking ratio from leads coming in online? So if you're running ads on Facebook, or if you're doing posts on Facebook, if you're doing SEO, TikTok, maybe some Google ads, Home Advisor, what is your current appointment booking ratio for all these leads coming in? Because you can have 100 leads coming in, but if you're only booking one appointment out of that, then that's not too good. How many extra leads will you need coming in per month? So let's say you want to grow the business by $1 million over the next 12 months. That's an additional $84,000 a month roughly in new business that needs to be created. Now, let's say we determine our average ticket price is $10,000 for a typical job. So we can take that and say, all right, we're going to need roughly 8.4 jobs a month to reach that goal. And let's just say 8 jobs, because we know that some might come in a little higher or a little lower. So 8 is for sure a safe bet. And so what we can do here is we can look at our sales, and I'm going to let you guys do some of this on your own, but look at your previous sales and try to get an average of what you're going to need to reach that revenue goal. And I'm going to let you do some of this on your own so we can save time. Because I want to keep this moving. But basically, we're going to go through, we're going to look at how many appointments we get. We're going to look at our closing ratio. So if we get 10 leads and out of every 10 leads, we know we on average book 1 appointment or send out a bid, and we close 40%, then 1 sale equals 1 in 5 or 20%. The rest of this stuff, I'm just going to let you guys do on your own. It's a little bit of math. I don't want to bore you with that. But here I want to get into actually dialing your messaging right. Okay. So here we have your ideal customer. And so whether or not you're in a rural area, or if you're in a city, or if you're in a high income area or a lower income area, this is going to change. Okay. So think about who you are already serving that most of your customers fall in the category, or who you want to serve. Are they male, female, or both? What are their ages? What's their typical income? What's their occupation? Are they more white collar or blue collar? Are they married, kids? Your messaging is going to depend on this. So you're going to write all these things down about who you want to serve or who you're already serving. Now that you know that, we're going to talk about it. What will your unique selling proposition be? So use what you got. If you're just starting out, then, go with what your expertise would be, perhaps based on the equipment. Maybe say something to the effect of honest, straightforward pricing. You could go with that. Otherwise, if you have something with a little more meat on it, like, I've been in business for 20 years, or we've gotten over 1,000 excavating jobs under our belt, or something like that, use what you actually have. How will you speak to your ideal client avatar on your website? What will your call to action be? Like, you could say free quote. That's an example of a call to action, which never goes out of style. But a way you can make it better would be something to the effect of financing available, making it a little bit easier for them to do business with you, or military discount, senior citizen discount. Those could be some examples of some special offers. What payment terms can you provide to make it easier for them to do business? Okay, so some people in excavation and septic go out and do the job and collect money when they're done. That's one way to do it. Okay, I think that's a little risky in my opinion. Another way is to collect 50% upfront and 50% upon completion. Now, I know some guys that are booked out 3 months, 4 months, and so making a customer pay half down and then half in 4 months might be a bit of a stretch. But what I would do if it were me is I would get some sort of deposit, even if you're booked out several months in advance, to secure the job. This way, they're psychologically closed that they're going to do business with you. Okay. What kind of guarantees can you provide? So I'll tell you some good ones. You could do like 100% clean job site guarantee. That's it, reads well. Okay. And you're not really giving anything financially away. You could do something like that. What do you want? Who do you want to avoid serving? So how you put your message together is just as important as who you want to weed out. Like, for instance, if you're doing excavation for commercial and you don't want to deal residential, you want that messaging to be very clear. If you want more residential, then you would need to be speaking to homeowners, right? Does your website currently reflect that? Okay, so think about who you want to serve, go through this exercise, and then really take a look at your brand image and see if your website reflects it. So let's do this. Let's say I determine my typical or ideal client I want to work with is married, 75%. I got the wife calling me. She has kids, lives in the suburbs, we'll say just outside of Seattle. The husband and her both work white collar jobs on average. They don't want their yard screwed up. They're worried it will be in disarray a long time. They're working in tech related fields, live in a home. It's a $500,000 plus. Their annual income is 150K plus. They don't have time to do dirt work. They don't want to rent equipment, right? That's not what they're into. And you know, from previous calls, they're worried about overpaying. Perhaps they've been burned before. They've dealt with a nightmare contractor who never returned their calls. So you can think about who you've done business with in the past and sum up what customers have voiced to you about their fears and frustrations, okay? So how do you craft a marketing message knowing that 70% of the time, this is who you're dealing with? So here's the formula. You're going to put a "we help" statement somewhere on the site, or you could put it on a Facebook page. We help ideal client avatar to describe to, and then describe the jobs you do for them without the thing they hate. Okay, so to take our example from above, here's how we would put that ideal customer in place. We help Greater Seattle's families with excellence in residential excavation, septic, and demolition. You'll love our fast professional service, straightforward pricing, and friendly customer care without the headaches. Okay, so let's check our work. You're going to do this yourself, but if we go through our client avatar, what did we say? We said, well, most of our customers that we're dealing with are married. 70% of the time, I do have the wife calling me. Normally, they got kids, and they live in the suburbs just outside Seattle. So how do we put that in a sentence? We help Greater Seattle's families. There you go. That's how we cover that. They don't want their yard screwed up. They're worried about it being in disarray a long time. So how we handle that is through excellence in residential excavation, septic, and demolition. You'll love our fast professional service, straightforward pricing. So that deals with worried about overpaying. We don't want them to worry about that, or if they've been burned before. So we say professional service, straightforward pricing. And friendly customer care without headaches. So if we know that a lot of them have dealt with a nightmare contractor in the past, that's how we're kind of handling that. Friendly customer care without the headaches. So that's it. We dialed in our messaging. Did we hit the mark? What do you think? Type in the Q&A if you think we nailed the messaging for this client avatar, or if you would do something different and word it differently on this person, let me know that too. Angela says, sure did. Awesome. So I think you guys can definitely do this, right? It's not rocket science. It's just a little bit of thought. Now, you could put a message like that, and it's a real nice touch to show reviews. So if you're going to have a message like this on your site to back it up with customer reviews, that would be very powerful. And so go through this, and after we get through with the webinar, you have this section here where you're going to implement some of the things that we talk about, a few things. Okay, so I'm going to go back to our slides, and I'm going to let you guys do that on your own, but I just want to kind of show you how that worksheet works, because it's really important, actually. Okay, so I'm back on the slides. So set clear goals, we did that. And clear goals equals wind in your sails. They did a Harvard study. The reason I say that is because they did a Harvard study on goals. You know, do they actually work, or is it just a bunch of BS? And in 1979, they interviewed graduates. 84% had no specific goals. 13% had goals, but they said they didn't write them down. And 3% had a clear written goals and a plan to accomplish them. Just 3%. So the results are that 13% of the class who had goals were earning on average twice as much as the 84% who had no goals at all. And then even more staggering, the 3% who had clear written goals were earning on average 10 times as much as the other 97% put together. So you can see the exercise that just by writing down your goals and having it clear in a spreadsheet or on paper or Google Doc or whatever, you're increasing your odds of getting to where you want to go just by putting it out there in the world. So you have to have written goals and plans in place. You need to set at a minimum a 1-year goal, quarterly goals, and monthly goals. Okay. And you must have a stopping point at the beginning of each new year and an end of each quarter to reflect how did you do based on what goal you set for yourself and what are you going to do moving forward. So if you set a goal of $1 million for the business, then each quarter, that's $250,000 in income. All right. And if you don't do that in a quarter, it doesn't mean that you stop and give up. It means that, you know, you just need to kind of reassess and see where you're at, what could you improve on, and just work towards it. So what are your goals for 2023? We can pull that up in the worksheet. You have it. You can go ahead and write that down. A lot of times, you know, it is a financial goal. And so how many leads will you need monthly to get there? And we covered messaging. So this right here is a marketing triangle. And so they've done a lot of science into human behavior and what drives them to take action, you know, which is why they spend hundreds of millions of dollars on Super Bowl ads, right? Because message marketing media, it's proven to work. Humans all have a basic behavior that if you know how to tap on that, you can persuade them and get them to take action. So we just went through messaging. Your market is your audience of who you're trying to reach. And the media, it would be how you're going to reach them. Are you going to reach them on Facebook? Are you going to reach them on Google? You can reach them on Yelp. So we crafted your message. You took care of that. Now let's build out your marketing plan around your message. So your plan for 2023, it should be comprehensive. So, and what I mean by that is, don't just put up a website expecting that to solve all your problems. It's the marketing to the website. It's the reviews, right? It's if you got a website and you got reviews, then, you know, you've got search engine optimization. Are you actually ranking for the services that you're trying to sell in the different services where you provide service? So if your strategy doesn't look like this, guys, don't worry. I'll be doing these monthly trainings just like this throughout the rest of 2023 so you can continue, so you can crush it. Oops, I lost my screen. All right, so here's the trends that we're seeing that are working. Automated follow-ups. So in excavation and septic, it's pretty common for the owner operator to be out in the field in the heavy equipment operating it. And the amount of time for them to get back in touch with someone can be a long time. Like, missed calls. If you miss a call, they've done studies that usually within minutes, they are going on to the next company on Google and calling them saying, hey, can I get a quote? So the quicker you follow up, the better. So we use automated follow-ups for anyone that calls in, for anyone that fills out a contact form, reaches us through a website chat. It's all automated at that point. This way it buys the company owner some time that if they can't get to it, or if their sales rep can't get to it right away, at least within 10 minutes, they're getting an automated follow-up saying, hey, we're on it. Betsy Sue, I just got your quote request through our website form. Just letting you know we're on it. We're going to be in touch with you real soon. And to the customer, they're none the wiser. They think that so-and-so actually reached out to them when really it's all automated. Same thing goes through social, Facebook Messenger. It's all automated follow-ups these days. Shift from a phone conversation to a message conversation. So it's very common too that people actually don't want to pick up the phone and call you. They want to start off using something like Facebook Messenger to initiate a quote or to send in a text message. That's very common. Still, you must have an all-in perspective of search engine optimization, paid ads, social, building up the reputation. We are seeing more use of artificial intelligence for booking appointments, as well as other stuff. So generating leads, reviews, AI is coming a long way. You must know your numbers to compete well and track your KPIs. A lot of our clients, before they get to us, they will have run ads on the different platforms, but they will not know how many leads are coming from those ads, or how much their cost per lead is, or how much their cost to acquire a client is. And that's kind of dangerous because, to just spend $2,000-3,000 a month on ads and not knowing with any certainty of what leads or customers are coming, you don't know if you're spending good money after bad. Video shorts on YouTube and TikTok, guys, that's free advertisement. And right now, the views and traffic coming from both of these channels is very generous. So YouTube, start documenting your jobs. It takes, just minutes to just record a little documentary from your phone of the type of job and be smart about what you're doing. Hey, today we're doing a demo job, or hey, today we're doing a septic installation in Tampa, right? We're using keywords as we talk. The search engines pick up on that. And then when you title the video, you can title the job and where you did it, and that's going to get you free traffic in that local area. Hopefully that makes sense. Build your online reputation for both high value jobs and attracting talented employees. So I hear all the time from excavation business owners that, oh, it's so hard to hire good talent, and there's no one out there who's qualified, and I just get a bunch of junk people applying for my jobs. And let's talk about it. If someone were to Google your business or pull it up on Facebook, what would they see? Why should they want to work with you? Are you looking like the best of the best because you want the top talent, right? That's what you want. Well, does your company reflect that image? Do they see, just a couple 1-star reviews, or like a 2.0 out of 5 stars? Or are they seeing like hundreds of 5-star reviews? It all plays a role, right? That's what I'm trying to say. So it helps you get customers, the reputation, and it helps you get good employees. So they did this study here of top talent. This was by Effortless HR. They're one of the leaders in this space. And they claim from their studies, it's a job seeker's first impression of the brand and about your company. So I would encourage you to focus on that. All right, so let's talk about your website. It is your hub and it needs conversions. And I am going to show you whether or not today, if you have no website or a cheap website, I'm going to show you ways to at least maximize the results that you get from it. But for instance, studies show high value clients still judge a business based on it. So even if it's a cheap website, make sure you got the messaging right and use professional photos. In this day and age, there's really no excuse not to have professional photos. Every modern smartphone has, megapixel cameras that take very high definition photos. So anyone can take good photos of your work. But you may have affiliations, right? Through ABC or Nuka or what have you. Get those on your site. The BBB, get them on your site. Those are trust seals. It's a third party saying, yeah, these folks are legit. You can trust them. A blog can be expert content. Business directory listings, you've got Yelp, Yahoo, Bing, Kudzu, Super Pages. There's like 300 that help with search engine optimization and actually drive traffic to your business. You can get, and they provide free listings, a lot of them. Okay, so you can get on those free directories. And if you have a website, put the link on those, and it will help boost your search engine optimization. And of course, your social profiles, Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube, Instagram, there are buyers. You have customers on all those platforms. Okay, so being on there, it's a must these days. So who knows what a conversion is? I've been using that, throwing that word around, but you guys might not know what I'm talking about. Type a 1 into the Q&A box if you know what a conversion is. Maybe you don't, and that's okay. Well, a conversion is a lead. Okay, that's all a conversion is. Okay, so you want to set up your leads, your website for conversions, for leads. And I want to show you why conversions are so important and why you should care about tracking that. Okay, so anytime someone calls you, that's a conversion. Anytime someone fills out a lead form on your website, that's a conversion. So let's say right now, your website gets 500 visitors a month. Okay, and you're getting 25 calls or leads. That's a 5% conversion rate. Now, 30% of those calls turn into estimates. So that's 7 book jobs. And let's just say the average transaction value is $5,000. That's $35,000. Okay. Now, if we have the same amount of visitors, but we make our website convert better, like I'm going to show you in just a moment, and we take that 5% to 15% of those visitors now convert to leads, that's 75 leads. So 30% conversion rate to an estimate, that's 22 book jobs now instead of 7, just by making some changes to your website. And so a $5,000 average transaction value turns into $110,000 total revenue, just from one simple tweak to your website. So simply put, by improving your website's conversion rate, you quite literally triple your sales. So how do we optimize for conversions? You need to decide what you want to convert for. And so be honest with yourself. Are you actually going to answer the phone when someone calls? Or more than likely, is it going to go to voicemail? If more than likely it's going to go to voicemail, I would optimize for email leads or for form fills, like they fill out a form on your website and you call them back, and automate some sort of a follow-up process to them. And so these are the secrets you're going to learn today. This way, you can turn Windows Shopper website traffic into cash customers. Woo! So let's do a quick pop quiz, guys. Look at this mobile site right here for this excavation company. It's not bad, right? But can you spot some things that would be killing conversions, that would be preventing possible customers from reaching out to this business? What do you see here? Do you see anything at all that would perhaps be a sales killer or prevent leads from coming in? Type in Q&A. It says free estimate. That looks pretty good. So what are we missing? Anything you might see at all? I hope I didn't put you to sleep already. Angela says a link. Well, it doesn't have a click to call phone number. So that's one thing. In this day and age, you know, people, it's good to give them an option to click to call. Another thing is there's no live chat. That's a very effective tool to put live chat. And there's no call to action. It says, whatever you need, we have a solution for you, but there's no specific call to action. Well, it does say free estimate. I kind of take that back. I guess what I'm saying is I don't see a unique selling proposition on this. Something like, you know, 100% free, 100% financing or something like that. So if your website is not performing how you want, we'll fix it today so you can copy and paste what I showed you right into your own site. And then you can make it rain with the excavation or septic work you want to do. So here's the 10 critical elements to improve conversions for your business. Speak to your target avatar. We covered a little bit about that. What are their fears and frustrations? And speak to why they should choose you. Be real. So I see a lot of stock photos on websites, especially the poor performing websites. So use authentic images of your team and the work on the homepage that you do and throughout the site. Use video. So video is very engaging. We like when we go to our sites to have a video as the opener. It really draws people in and keeps them on the site. So a welcome video, videos for your services, video explaining why someone should hire you versus the competition. Those are some ideas. Leverage social proof. So putting your Facebook reviews or Google reviews right on that homepage with some kind of a tool, that works really well. So get the basics in order, phone number in the top right corner, or it could be the left corner, but you know, in plain sight, up high. Ensure that there's a web form that customers can fill out. Add credibility with authority symbols, BBB, Angie's List, Super Service Awards, anything like that, affiliations, that helps. Ensure you have clear calls to action on each page that speak to your customer avatar and tell them exactly what to do next. And use special offers and coupons that match the services they're in need of. And make sure your website is mobile optimized with an easy click to call function. Consider leveraging live chat, AI chat on your website, text message, things like that to get the dialogue going with the customer so they don't just leave. And then start giving an option to book online with a self-qualifying form. So if you have a really good, well thought out quote form, you might just want to give them an option straight from there to book an appointment. So I'm going to show you the use of AI right here for booking appointments. So here's how this works. First, the person fills out a contact form, either through the website, on social media, or by text message. And a bot then checks the answers of the potential customer on the form and decides whether or not it should send out a booking request. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and I'll play a little video on the right of this in real action. So it says, here are some times of, so they filled out the form, the prospect replies back, yeah, I'd like to book a call. The bot then says, here are some of the available days. Thursday, June 23rd, Friday, June 24th. What's the best day works for you? The prospect, potential customer, responds back 23. This is all done in AI. There's not a human being doing this. Then the bot replies back, here are some openings, Thursday 23rd, and it gives them some times. What time works best for you? And the prospect says 5 p.m. or 5. And then the bot replies back, yes, that's available. Should we book for Thursday, June 23rd at 5 p.m. then? And the person, the potential customer, replies back, yup. Sounds good. I have you down for Thursday, June 23rd at 5 p.m. So that right there is 100% automated booking process for excavation and septic. The key is you have to have a very good, well thought out form to qualify them. Are they the decision maker? Do they have budget? How soon are they looking to start? Okay, so have all that dialed in, and then you can use something like this to actually go ahead and book the appointment. And then you're just checking a calendar. So this technique is great for those who have too many leads and want to filter their best leads. Helpful for those who cannot answer the phone when someone calls, so owner-operators out working heavy equipment. And it's great for those that do not have an active follow-up system for leads. It will do it for you. So let's carve out your ideal client avatar. I believe we actually already did this. So right here, here's an example. Say you do pool excavation, that's one of your top sellers, okay? You can write stuff down like this about homeowners, their age. We went through this for the most part. So that's a little bit of a repeat. But knowing their pains and frustrations, that's a good thing for how to sell them. So I'll give you some messaging that works that you can put on your website, your Facebook pages, and so on. Fast service, straightforward pricing, upfront pricing, satisfaction guaranteed, trustworthy professionals, trusted technicians or experienced excavators, financing available. I'm going to show you a little example of what to look out for. Now, this would be an example of a website that is really not set up to convert. As you can see, it's missing some critical things. One is the company name. Okay, I don't see any company name on there. I scratched out the domain name, so if whoever sees this, so they're not offended. But you know, it's missing some stuff. I don't even see a phone number to call on this thing. I'm going to give you an example of a good conversion setup. Okay, so if we look at this site, Okay, this is a client of ours. They're doing really well. Notice they got the video in the background there. So it really draws people in because they kind of want to see, well, what happens? You know, where's this video going? Because we all love being entertained. It also has on the left, call or text anytime. So remember, I told you how we convert leads. Some people want to call, but some don't. Some want to start off a conversation by texting. All right, so that's how we take care of that. We need credibility. So we are going to definitely advertise that we're a licensed contractor. We're putting in there a special offer, military senior first responder discounts. Hurry, our excavation super sale is ending now. Which, by the way, like, people get the wrong idea, like, well, you know, I'm going to have to change up my pricing. I don't have pricing for that. The whole key is that you need to mention this. You need to ask them. Like, if they don't bring it up, you don't bring it up. But you would need to ask them during the sales process, are you military, senior, or first responder? Before you give them the quote. Because if you give them the quote, and then they say, oh, by the way, I'm military, senior, first responder, what's my discount? You know what I mean? Then you're kind of screwing yourself. So that's how you would do that. Right here, over 35 years experience, emergency services available, family and locally owned. That is a unique selling proposition because not many can say the same exact thing. Here we have urgency that, you know, we have our excavation super sale and you can see it's actually ending in 7 days with a countdown timer. Here's web chat. Okay, so some people use web chat. It's very common to get leads through web chat. And then we have automated sequences that go through when someone does that. So a lot of people get the wrong idea, like, who am I going to get to run my web chat? It doesn't need to be that way. Okay, you can use AI and things to get the dialogue going and collect the lead. And then this way you follow up later. And of course, reviews. We give them action to a link to reviews. And of course, we got another get fast quote now button to get a contact form, to fill out a quote form. We're going to look at the same thing on mobile. So how do you make a website, a mobile website convert? Here's how you do it. So I'm going to play this one. Let me see if I can get fancy again. Let's see here. I'm going to try to do something quick. Yeah. So you notice right up top here, again, we have our call or text anytime. We have our unique selling proposition. We're basically kind of mirroring the desktop site. Here we have the special offer. We have the urgency. Contact us now. You know, this is ending in 7 days. We have right here, get fast quote now, a call to action for filling out a contact form. And of course, we got the video in the background. You could see even on the mobile site, we still got a video on the background. Why not? We got more calls to action right here. I mean, you guys want to know how to get good results. This is it, right? Is you really need to put it in their face. Call now, get email quote. Here we've got a lead magnet, right? For excavation, avoid costly mistakes. Do not hire an excavation contractor without first reading our free guide, right? That's a lead magnet where you put your company's information on it. There's our messaging. So remember, let me talk about that. When we put together our messaging, we want our ideal customer to feel right at home. Okay, so this is our ideal customer avatar that we're mentioning right there. Okay, here we have more reviews, right? So we are showcasing our reviews. And in fact, we're linking this to the web. So these are real. Like I see some people where they'll maybe just like write a review by a customer and put it on the site. That's, you know, that's something that's better than nothing. But if you can actually have social proof from a third party, like streamed in from Google or Facebook on your site, that's a lot more powerful. And so the customer can actually click on these and go through the different reviews in real time. We've got lots of original content for search engine optimization because that's what Google wants. We've got here some wording that works. 100% guaranteed, clean job site. Okay, so you get the idea. That's a little bit of how to make a mobile website convert. Oop. Okay, so it looks like a lot of work, right? So does it actually work? Well, there's the leads coming in. We can see they're coming from Google, from Facebook, from organic search, Google My Business. We can see total lead count. We can see sales pipeline revenue. Yeah, it works. Let me give you an example of converting a lead at a minimum, at a bare minimum. Have something like this. Just request a bid. You don't need to get fancy. Just have a button that says request a bid and have a form like that. That would be the bare minimum. If you want to streamline quotes using artificial intelligence or logic, you can do that. So I'm going to show you an example of that. And this is really how you start weeding out tire kickers. If you get to this level, this way you're not driving all across town talking to someone who has no intentions of hiring you or doesn't have any money to pay you. So we would have a request a bid button, right? Same thing. But then we start changing up the questions based on what they say. Okay, so if their estimated start date is in a week, like that's something we may want to handle right now. So as soon as they answer that, a whole different line of questioning goes into the form. It populates with different questions. If they say, I'm not looking to start for 3 months, maybe that's too far out for you. And so the form would just end at that point. All right, because it wouldn't be qualified for what you want. And of course, call, text us. These days, AI can be used that if someone calls or texts you, it can start doing the follow-ups for you and asking questions that are in the form. I don't want to get too technical, but that's how that stuff works. So what is the typical problem most excavation and septic contractors have with their website marketing? For one, it's a big investment, right? In marketing, that usually you get what you pay for. And if it's a couple $100, the amount of results you get for that really aren't going to have a major impact to your bottom line. So one common problem is traffic, but not enough leads, or too many leads, and most are just crappy. Both result in low return on investment, which equals parked equipment and still having to make payments on it for many. So this results in what we refer to as the failure cycle. So not enough leads are generated for the investment, and the excavation or septic business just can't grow. And it's a feast or famine business cycle, busy then slow, busy then slow. And so the key is a well thought out marketing plan and a great site that's built to convert. This way you consistently convert leads, visitors to callers and leads. And you create a full schedule with earth movers moving and momentum and consistent growth for your business, which equals success. Phones ringing, takeoffs, estimates being sent, excavators running, and business is booming. Okay, so a quick tip, make sure the mobile site is built to convert. 4.8 billion people now on mobile phones. 3 out of 5 consumers search for local businesses on their smartphone. Google reports 40% of mobile consumers turn to a competitor's website after a bad mobile website experience. And site speed matters too. So a common problem we see that kills leads is the mobile site is very slow to load or it's tough to navigate. That will kill a sale. Add real authentic images of your team to your homepage and throughout the website. Don't be shy. Add video elements to your website, a website welcome video, videos for each of your services, videos explaining why someone should contact you versus the competition, and showcase your online reviews more prominently on the homepage. Find a tool or system to do this. So here's some big picture ideas. Get a comprehensive approach that covers the whole spectrum. Search engine marketing, social marketing, video, CRM, which is the system or software that holds your leads, and a follow-up system for them. A website focused around your target customer avatar, not just some blanket boilerplate website. Post regularly on social profiles, leverage automation tools, focus on automated follow-ups that gather and qualify leads for you. Focus on reviews. In the long-term play, search engine optimization, value-added content to your website focused around questions you get from buyers. A perfect example would be something like, what permits do I need for this project? Videos on YouTube. So your homework, do your worksheet for your 2023 Internet Marketing Plan. Which of the following website conversion items should you implement in your business now that you have a positive impact on your lead? Now that will have a positive impact on your lead conversion rates, and then pick 3 to implement over the next 30 days. That's the only way this stuff gets done. Put it on a calendar and get it done. So your action items, what are you going to implement as a function of today's webinar? Write it down. How about you, Angela? Is there an item in particular, something that you're going to implement from today's webinar? So here's a layout for how to make your hub convert. Okay, so here we have your business logo. Put your phone number. Put your call to action there. Put your customer testimonials. You can put a quote form, business address. That helps it get picked up by search engines. Same thing on the mobile site. You see right there on the right, call to action, click to call button. In summary, your website is the hub. Angela says she likes the AI on the website. We haven't done our website yet, and this really helps. What needs to be in it? Yep, sure, absolutely. All right, so we can have a little Q&A. Oops. Questions, go ahead, type in any questions you have about marketing your excavation or septic business, anything you'd like to share. What did you notice? Anything like that. Go ahead and type it in. Now's the time. And we do offer, for those who watch this, a free online marketing plan review. It's a $250 value where we cover analysis of your current online visibility, custom keyword list of most important search terms for the jobs you actually want, a ranking report showing where you rank currently, analysis of online directory listings and consistency, analysis of online reviews and reputation, an analysis of your social presence, and analysis of your website conversion effectiveness. So it's a pretty broad spectrum for your business to really give you a high-level view of how you compare to the local competitors and ways that you can bring in high-value projects. You can get that by going to excavationmarketingpros.com/schedule or text me. You can text the word schedule to this number here, 727-732-3244. And if you choose either one of those options, you would actually come to a page that looks like this, where you pick a time and a day. And then there's a short survey about your business we request you fill out to streamline our call together, and then we can talk. So I'll give you a quick recap of our online strategy there. A website that's built to convert, proactive search engine optimization, providing value-added content that answers customers' questions, focus on online reviews and reputation, strategic pay-per-click campaign with remarketing, social presence and email marketing, and then precision tracking and measurement of your key performance indicators, gain fast traffic, and get an SEO boost with YouTube video shorts and TikToks. So if anyone seeing this wants me to take a look, type into chat. And I haven't really checked over in Facebook, but if you want me to take a look at your website, if you do have one, I would be happy to take a look. Let's see here. We still streaming? I'm not sure if we're still streaming or if we're cut off. Oh, now I got to find my way back. I tried to get fancy. I know how I'll do this. I'm going to have to stop share and reshare. On average, how much per month? Angela has a question. How much per month should a company spend in advertising? That's a smart question, a good question. And it really depends on your comfort level. And I would say how confident you are that you can close the sale. So like if you know the business, you know you're going to close sales, and you already know your closing ratio, typically, like there's a difference if it's referral customers coming in, you know, that's really easy to close. There's not much skill involved. They already know you from someone else. And so it's pretty much a given they're going to do business with you. But leads coming in from cold traffic, like search engine optimization or Facebook or whatever, they don't necessarily know anything about you. And so with that said, I would, I definitely wouldn't blow the bank on it. I would start off small and get a feel for it. But I mean, starting out in business, I think a good testing budget is a minimum of $1,000 if you're doing it yourself, to really get yourself out there. Anything less than that, and it kind of like, how much should you spend on advertising is kind of a tough question, because what are we advertising? Are we doing Google ads? Are we doing Facebook, TikTok? Because typically leads on Google are going to cost a lot more than leads on Facebook, but the quality and the intent of a search-based lead on Google is many cases going to be better than on Facebook. So kind of a tough question. Hopefully I helped answer that. Let me see if I have anything else here. Okay, I found my way back. Any other questions? By the way, if you'd like some help, don't hesitate. You can type in, go to excavationmarketingpros.com/schedule or text schedule to 727-732-3244. Okay. And so to claim your reward, for those of you who stuck around, you can go ahead and do that now by going to, you'll get the ultimate website conversion machine plus top search keywords for excavation by going to excavationmarketingpros.com/reward. Okay. So that's it. Thank you so much for your time. Oops, do we have one more question here? Let's see here. You're welcome, Angela. Awesome. Well, have a great rest of your day. Take care. Bye.